Today, I want to do something a little different. There has been some drama and allegations perpetuated by metrosexual Carrot Top, Louis McClung. This drama has kind of wrapped up over the last week, so we can get a full overview of what's taken place, what's been said, and so on. Yes, this is a little bit different than what I normally do, and I kind of want to expand what I'm doing on my channel and have a little bit more fun with it. This whole thing has been honestly fucking disgusting and just a disgrace to commentary in a whole. So I thought, let's go over it. Now, primarily, this drama is between two YouTubers, Louis McClung and Danky Jabot. Now, the original video of the allegations by Louis is not available anymore, and that should tell you a lot about where this is going.
Last few months, I've been the target of a harassment campaign from Louis McClung and Cataclysm. They've been lying about me both privately and publicly and passing off huge false assumptions as fact when there is no evidence to support them. The two main claims that they make are that I'm a misogynist and that I'm supporting an abuser. In Louis's video, he details all of the supposed allegations.
The accusations against Danky Jabot, aka Jesse, go as follows. Lying to your audience, using hateful, derogatory speech towards women, silencing those who are against you, and lying to and manipulating your audience, those who hold you as sanctity. Honestly,
all of these allegations are either lies or baseless assumptions based on nothing but pure conjecture. For those who are unaware, I used to edit for I'm Alex. Me and Alex were not friends during this period, and it was purely a business relationship. In fact, the last time that I ever spoke to the man was when I received my last payment from him 6 months ago. Despite this, Louis McClung and Cataclysm have made it out as though me and Alex were, and continue to be, close friends, and that I'm even being mentored by him. Obviously, there is no evidence to support this because it's not true, so the two resort to grasping at straws, lying, and making things up to pass me off as an abuse apologist.
Now, I'm going to do my best not to make fun of this guy for his drawn-out theatrics.
Oh, God! Sorry, I had to, get that out.
Which personally is really hard. So he starts off alleging that Danky Jabot has lied to his audience, used derogatory terms towards women, and is a manipulator.
The only pieces of evidence that they show are that our thumbnails are similar.
You can even tell the blatant mentoring through the exact same thumbnail design. They use the exact same thumbnail design. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just more proof that he mentored him or taught him his ways.
Okay, so to sum up what has just been said, he is accusing Danky Jabot of still being friends with I'm Alex. I'm Alex, if you don't know, was a large commentary YouTuber who likes to beat women.
Always take the fucking weird route. Just do the normal route, which is just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend.
You're acting like this is all just me, and that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick.
This is bad. This is not good. We don't do that. Don't do that. Honestly, this is a tough one for me, because while I understand maybe losing some respect for somebody for being friends with someone like that, I don't think it really would warrant a hit piece. I don't think it would warrant trying to ruin somebody's career or saying that they should delete their channel because they're friends with someone who did something bad. I understand the sentiment of the loss of respect and the kind of the icky grossness of that whole situation, but it's not like Danky Jabot is out here fucking RKOing women on the street.
Piece of evidence they use is a DM that Cataclysm leaked of me making a joke.
And someone reached out to be like, hey, is there a reason you're still following an abuser? And many people will say this is petty, all right? Who cares about who's following who? But the reasoning they had more concern is because Danky Jabot was previously I'm Alex's editor. So you can already see there's a little bit of concern to be had there. Without jumping to conclusions, there's some concern to be had. And Danky Jabot basically responded, taking the piss out of the situation as if it was nothing.
Because one of Alice's friends decided to reach out to him and ask why, if it was an accident, if he meant to unfollow him, or if he just didn't know what was going on, which was unlikely, and is still unlikely, and is very impossible now. Is there any reason you still follow and work for an abusive piece of shit? They're talking about Alex, and there's nobody else they could be talking about. I'm so sorry, mate. I'm not doing an accent. I'm not, you can't know. I'm sorry, mate. I'll unfollow the annoying orange right now. So you defend abusers. I'm Alex, and work for them. And that means they said it there. That means you can't ignore it. That means, yeah, maybe they could have meant something else. Maybe they could have meant the annoying orange. I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe the annoying orange was an abusive prick. I wasn't part of the show. I don't know. But the response will baffle you. I would never defend or support the annoying orange. He gaslights all the fruit in the kitchen. How dare you accuse me of such a thing?
This is only the beginning of the most baseless allegations I have ever seen in my life. So somebody reached out to him because they saw that he had still followed I'm Alex, asking why he still works for him. We know now that Danky Jabot has not worked for I'm Alex since everything went down with him. And Danky Jabot, probably realizing how stupid this is, made a joke. And now this guy, Lewis, is taking it and he is running with it. Because apparently when someone accuses you on the most baseless evidence ever, and you make a joke about it, it obviously means that the evidence is true or proof of something.
People aren't actually required to take you seriously if you DM them out of the blue demanding answers despite you being a complete stranger.
You are probably the most level-headed and clear-thought person in this whole situation, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you for not being fucking crazy. Thank you for not acting like these people did, and at least giving us some kind of reasoning and clear thoughts in this situation. Because yes, if somebody messages you alleging something out of the blue and you don't know this person, you have no obligation to take anything seriously.
It's an easy follow. I'm confused on how so many of you are also confused. Alex is an abuser. Danky Jabot worked for him previously and is now defending him. It's really... I fear it's not that hard.
Okay, come on. I'm about to crash out and do something fucking bad. To say that his response to that DM is then him defending the actions of a domestic abuser is the farthest reach in mankind. You are grasping at the smallest possible straws. This is why I wanted to make this video, because it genuinely does make me upset. This is absurd. This is actually insane, and I think that these people need to be institutionalized.
Being a dickhead, a doofus, even kind of a, intolerable cringe bastard, but that's fine, that's your right.
Dude, are you talking about yourself?
Cataclysm was approached by Jessie not too long ago. I think it was also about 5 to 6 months ago when she was approached by Jessie, and Jessie wanted to talk with her, okay? They made similar content, they had similar subcounts, this is her words. And so he asked to call her, which if you ask me, calling people has a stigma around it for a reason. You can just text people, man. If there's no reason to call, like if it's not urgent or anything, there shouldn't be any reason.
Yeah, maybe calling people has a stigma behind it when you're a recluse homeschooler who has never had a real life relationship in their life. And I can say that wholeheartedly because, brother, I was homeschooled. It's not that hard when you don't go to a traditional public school to still have friends or to still have relationships in the real world. If you think that there is a stigma behind calling people, that really goes to show your comfortability with communication. And that is something that we will get into here soon, because Lewis really shows his hand and really shows he has no social skills. I'm not talking about a little bit of autistic, like I don't understand certain social cues. No, this guy has zero understanding of how to communicate and be a part of the world, it seems. So Danky Jabot had reached out to Cataclysm asking to get on a call whenever these messages came out. Normal behavior. This is normal behavior. What are you talking about? For a normal person, it is the most... Oh my God. This is a pretty obvious next step if somebody is spreading false information about you. Speak with them. Get their side. Understand what is going on. And doing that on a phone call is the easiest way to do that because text can be misconstrued. Tones cannot be displayed properly through text. The meaning of what you're saying comes in the way you say it and the tone you say it and how you say it. That can get lost in text.
Mansplained how to be a better YouTuber to Cataclysm for like 2.5 hours. And then, at the end of those 2 hours, apparently Cataclysm jumped on the opportunity to ask him why he said the annoying orange bullshit, into which he hung up, ran away, and unfollowed her.
I don't know what Cataclysm told you, but this is not what happened at all. The call was not 2.5 hours long. I have it right here. It was 40 minutes. And you claim that at the end of the call I ran away when the screenshot was brought up. No, I explained exactly to Cataclysm what I've been explaining to you this video. That I edited for Alex, that I was grateful for the opportunity that he gave me, that we were never friends, and I haven't spoken to him in months. This part of the call was conveniently left out of her retelling of events, however. Now, this would be a my word against your scenario, but there's actual evidence for this. When the call ended, Cataclysm messaged me saying this: "Yo, thanks for calling, man, appreciate it. If you ever want to join call with us, feel free. Gives you a chance to talk to more people, kiss." Do those sound like the words of somebody who just got abruptly hung up on? I personally don't think so.
Lewis, I'm gonna ask this genuinely. Are you making these things up on purpose? Thinking that nobody is going to fact check you, or the people that you're making it up about aren't going to prove that what you're saying are just lies? Or are you genuinely schizophrenic? It's seriously absurd to me that somebody can go on the internet and just make something up. Just, what the fuck? You made this up in your mind, and then you say it, and you expect the person that you're saying it about not to come out and say, no, you're wrong.
I know why you want to call. You don't want it to be in text message so that she can't screenshot it, so that she can't prove to the world that you might not do as you preach. You sly bastard. You thought you could just hide around being kind of a quirky, weird dude. You know, somebody you might just call because they don't like the text. No, 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 no. You don't want the chance of there being receipts out there. That's even more weird. That's even worse. Oh my God. That's even worse, dude. You can't just... I'm glad I pieced that together, because I don't think anybody's made that point yet. Yeah, Detective Lewis McClung.
Lewis, I know you're dense, and I know that you're a little slow, so I'm going to ask you a question really fast. Did you know that you can record Discord calls? Did you know that? Did that come across your head? That you just keep making shit up out of? This is the dumbest thing ever. This is so stupid. To say that he did not want to message about this and would rather be in a call to speak about it because he didn't want the messages to be screenshotted and leaked is so dumb, because somebody can just as easily fire up OBS, which she's a streamer, obviously she knows how to do that, and do the exact same thing that a screenshot would do. Are you dumb? And to call Danky Jabot this weird, quirky dude because he doesn't like to text, he would prefer to call about something, a serious allegation, really shows that, dude, you are projecting, dude. Come on. You're projecting. You are projecting so hard right now.
But there are a bunch of clips from his actual literal videos, past or new, that he says just some fucking weird things in. Like this one from Madagascar 2, I think. Sorry, I never saw that one. I just watched 1 and 3 because those movies are infinitely better.
Speaking of whoring out, Gloria from Madagascar is an annoying whore, whose lines consist only of men and ogling men and having sex with men.
Oh my God, you can't just suppress your hate for women for 1 second? You can't do that. Hold on. So let me get this straight. Being a woman and then thinking about only men, let's say there is somebody who does that, makes you a whore?
Yes.
Who made that decision? Hey, who made that rule? Hey, who made that rule? Who made that like a normal thing that we all agree with? Oh, that's right, nobody did.
Do I have to be the person to tell Lewis that Madagascar is an animated movie? It's not real. You know that, right? You know that hippos don't talk, right? You know that hippos can't actually be whores, right? What the fuck, dude? To label somebody a misogynist because they called an animated hippopotamus a whore, there is no way that you aren't joking.
Mannerisms, he's so sassy. To all the girls watching this who like sassy men, if this doesn't get your beef curtains in a twist, then I don't know what will.
So I've been informed that phrase is a derogatory one rooted in racism and misogyny.
This was a point that was also made by Cataclysm in her stream about me.
When people insult women by saying their genitals look like roast beef, you're basically saying that the colour of their genitals isn't the colour that it is in porn. It hasn't been bleached, which is insulting to so many women, because the only women that are likely to have that color vagina are most likely going to be women of color. It just doesn't really make any sense. The only women that aren't going to have pigment on their are white women.
With all due respect, I was raised in Egypt and now live in Scotland. Having spent my whole life as a man of colour, I do not need Lewis McClung and Cataclysm to explain what racism is to me.
Ah, yes. Let's explain racism to the brown man. Not to mention, I have never once heard the term beef curtains be used in a racial way. It is people like this who take the high ground of standing on political correctness to a level that is just honestly absurd, because you're sitting here as two of the palest people I have ever seen. And yes, I will say that in a racist way. And telling this man from Egypt that he is racist towards darker skin tone people? Are you serious? Cataclysm then goes on to read a chat where somebody said that Danky Jabot used the term, "Is it pink?" Now, to preface this, he did not. This person in chat made it up. But even if he did say that, what they are about to say or insinuate, I don't care if they have come out and said that they weren't insinuating this. Yes, you were. What they are about to insinuate is disgusting.
If you proudly wore this on your chest, okay? If you were like, yeah, I'm still friends with Alex. Yeah, you know what? And that's my choice. You guys can hate me for that. If you did that, I would actually still have a little bit of respect for you. But the fact that you're running away from all of it, acting like you get to do this stuff and hide from it, even though you did it. You made all these decisions. You don't have to be friends with an abuser, but you chose to do so, and you want to hide it from your fans so that they don't know the kind of person you are? Dude.
No, he didn't. You made it the fuck up. And you're saying that he's running away because he didn't respond to baseless accusations, and you're taking this as proof that your accusations are true. Just because somebody doesn't respond to a lie that you made up about them doesn't make the lie true.
Say to Papa Gut on stream that you had tried to keep this private by messaging me and that I had blatantly ignored you.
It's important to hold yourself accountable for these things, and he's not letting anybody reach him about it. I even messaged him directly and he ignored it. So when you do that, it honestly feels like a kind of just like really idiotic thing to do.
You had left a comment on my channel and messaged me on Instagram one day before you decided to put your hit piece out on me. I hadn't even seen the notification that I had even been messaged by you until after your video was already out.
So here Danky Jabot shows the messages that Lewis sent him one day before the video went up. And I very highly doubt that the video was not already ready to go. You know what? I'll say it. Because if Lewis can come out and make these baseless accusations off of nothing, then I'm going to make some assumptions myself too. You sent this message the day before you posted the video that you already had made because you wanted something to fall back on. In this message, Lewis comes off as... Lewis, I guess. We need to talk. I have some very important questions you're probably going to want to answer. You have to respond to the situation involving you. Yes, the person that you made things up about has to respond, or else it is true. This is commonplace knowledge.
In all seriousness, guys, you know, this type of behavior is only the beginning. You know, I've seen more often than not when stuff is just surface level, it gets worse and worse, you know? And I just want to remind people, and this isn't a pity party, but I've made a video before about this. I've been in a relationship with someone for 2 years who abused me. And I saw it progressively get worse and worse, you know? You start off not very nice, a little bit angry, a lot of apologies. You end the relationship having boiling water thrown down your front, being called every word under the sun, being thrown to the ground, multiple terrible things happening to you. And how did it start? With the little things. It always starts off small, and it's not something that people should think when, because if you say, oh, don't call them out for that small thing, then you're implying that small things should just be let go. When it comes to women and abuse, no, small things shouldn't be.
Cataclysm, you do not deserve the platform that you have, and you are dangerous with it. I can agree that yes, these things can build up into worse and more dangerous situations within a relationship. But the person we're talking about didn't even do the abuse. What do you mean? I don't even think that Danky Jabbo needed to make a response. I really don't. When somebody makes things up out of thin air about you based on nothing, there is no need for a response. But I can give him the utmost respect. Now, Cataclysm responded, and it's, you can probably assume how it went. She didn't really take any responsibility for anything. Now, Lewis started up a live stream where he reacted to Danky Jabbo's response video to him and Cataclysm. I don't really care to go over his reaction to that video. I don't want to react to a reaction to a reaction to videos. But almost immediately after this stream ended, because he was pushing back on things that he said, and he was still saying that he was defending I'm Alex when he wasn't. And he was still kind of sticking to the same rhetoric that he was pushing in his initial video. Almost immediately after this live stream went up, he posted an apology video.
To Jesse and my audience again, I am extremely sorry. I will learn from this like there is no tomorrow.
Well, it doesn't look like you did, though, because a couple days later, you uploaded a video about Dream where you do the exact same thing. You didn't learn from anything. Not to mention, the situation with Danky Jabbo is not the first time that you've even had to apologize for spewing shit that was false. All in all, this whole situation was proven to just be made up. But I am glad that Danky Jabbo could clear his name and just stop these two, because it's really gross. The fact that you can just go out and say things like this with no basis of proof is disgusting. And I'm glad that they were put down in such a public manner, because they really did deserve it. That's really all I have to say on the situation. So I will see you in the next one.